What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Char. Yes, honey. Make it do what it do, what it do. I miss you, checkmates. I miss you. Thank you for all that has been checking in on me and the ones that didn't. I saw y'all in the comment sections. You guys be making sure Char be good, and I can appreciate it. If you are here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Last but not least, remember to speak when you walk on in the chat, honey, because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. Listen here. Let's see who we got in the chat. I see my favorite Miss Linda. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. My Jazzy J in the building. Make it do what it do, what it do. Frederick in the building. What's up? Renita in the building. Claudia V in the building. Ain't nobody sleep with y'all last night. I think I got you, Renita. I didn't. Hello to you again. Let's go, checkmates. Let's go. Tanisha, what's up, baby? Make her do what it do, what it do. My girl trending at some point. Let me tell y'all about trending at some point. I asked her a little while ago, hey, do you got a page? Because your name was kind of catchy, right? She like, yeah, I go over there, I subscribe. You know, I'm always, when I get her notification, I hit the like button. And if I can't stay, I just show my support and go back and watch later. But today I caught my girl live. And baby, she was serving. I love somebody that can serve the information and like serve it on a silver platter. And I love that God creates us all differently. So we come in our own unique styles. Like it be banging. Go off, sis. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you guys aren't following Trending at some point, go check her out. She over there doing some amazing things. I love the information. I love presentation. I sometimes struggle with presentation because I'll be in the comments. But sis was like, comments on hold. I got to get back to the information at heart. So shout out to Trending at some point. Y'all go check my girl out. All right, back to the chat, back to the chat. Lee, I see you. What's up? Make it do what it do, what it do. Black Titanic, welcome to the chat. Also, Black Titanic is over there doing some amazing things. She actually out in the field getting the information for y'all. So y'all got to respect that, okay? Go follow my girl also. She's out there getting it from the mud, bringing it back to us, and she's doing an amazing job. So shout out to her. All right, all right, all right. Carmel girl, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I think I got everybody, but if I didn't, charge it to my head and not my heart. Listen, I don't have a schedule live, so we're gonna freestyle this thing. Okay, I got a couple things that's been trending, and we're gonna talk about those things. But listen, if you guys feel like I need to talk about something, I need to bring it up. Now's the time to talk about it in the chat, so I can elaborate on it and we can have a fair conversation. Okay, life is life, and for me still, guys. And that's okay because that's a part of life. If we went through life and nothing happened to us, listen, we ain't really living real life. And life's been happening for me for about 3 weeks now. And I'm praying that it will end by the end of this weekend. But if it don't, I'll still be sure and God will still be God. Okay, so listen, I'm just waiting on God to have a turning point for me. Now, Lord, I ain't rushing you. But sis, for the first time in 3 weeks, I was gonna cry yesterday. Okay. And my boo was like, I felt it. I felt it. I knew you was gonna cry. But it's okay because I have a strong support system. My children are amazing. My sisters and brothers are amazing. And God is still God most of all. Okay. So that's that. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing but love from BT, a hardworking content creator. Absolutely get it from the mud. Okay. And listen, I don't like to throw age because our age ain't really a factor. But you know, when people be over here stealing people's stuff and take the whole video and go purchase it, it'd be like, now you got Black Titanic over here, probably 2 times this individual age, and she over here getting it from the mud. So can you. It's nothing but to turn on your live button and having decent conversation. Ain't nothing to do that. Everybody want to hear what you got to say when you always a fair person, or you also can make content out of nothing. Everything is a learning experience here, and I love it here. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. So listen, first thing first, can we get Chrisean and Mr. Blueface off of our radar? Okay. Listen, I would have had the head buster, Mr. Blueface. Okay. Now, again, we got to be careful with our Blueface content because Blueface and Chrisean, because for whatever reason, YouTube don't like them, okay? And they will yellow you in a minute. So we got to be careful. So I'm a clean dog walk them, okay? And y'all got to understand, I can't be messing up my bag to get the point across. I got to keep it clean because YouTube ain't favoring this rock and blue situation, okay? So as a matter of fact, we ain't even going to call them the blue face. We ain't even gonna call them all that. We ain't gonna call them their real names. It's Rock and Blue. Rock and Blue is off the chain, okay? And I'm so embarrassed for her. But she's not embarrassed for herself, so why not? Okay. Now you guys know that her and Blue been going back and forth. Rock and Blue been going back and forth, okay? And they've been going back and forth. He like, that's not my baby. Jaden birthday then came. He like, it's all about her while his baby is in the hospital room having his hernia surgery, okay? Blue was definitely Rock was offended by that, as I would. I even felt bad for her, even though that's not even my baby daddy, okay? I felt bad for her. So he is like, it's all about Jaden. Of course, that will feel bad if your baby daddy's supposed to be here at this surgery and I got your baby and you over here worried about a birthday party for a grown behind woman versus a baby who cannot fend for themselves. I would be upset too. However, she don't know how to express that, okay? So she get in this hospital room and she getting the baby ready for surgery. She got this very decent young lady. I didn't catch who the young lady was, but she's full of wisdom. She was able to, coexist with Rock, okay? And she was able to calm the atmosphere down. Even when Rock wanted to go left, she was bringing her back. She was like, we're going to keep it positive. She even started to, lift the baby up in prayer to change the narrative a little bit. I was kind of thrown off when Rock had her doing the talking for her. That's your child. And if you're so hurt and you all over this camera and you're so hurt and you keep talking about, crying and I'm hurt, my baby got to go through this, and I just love that baby. The last person that should be talking is the individual that's in the room with you. You should be the first to stand up and say, that's my baby. X, Y, and Z is going on with my baby. Okay, now, I want to give her a little wiggle room because sometimes we just don't know. And I don't believe that Rock ever had the proper guidance to be 100% okay. Now, those of you who don't know, I was a teen mother, okay? I got pregnant when I was 15, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's part of my testimony. Share it, whatever you feel like you want to do. I can swallow that, okay? But I got pregnant when I was 15, and I had my first son when I was 16. My son now is 20. He'll be 21 in October 19th, as a matter of fact. But with that being said, because I had a good, fair people around me, I had no choice but to be an awesome parent. So I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss doctor's appointments. I didn't miss lab appointments. I didn't miss anything. My son had to have his legs corrected at a very young age because he was bow-legged. And at a 16-year-old mother, that can kind of scare us. But guess where I was? I was making those appointments and my family supported me. But while they supported me, they allowed me to be the parent. Hell, they couldn't even do anything but let me be the parent because that's all I was going to accept was to be the parent. Okay? So I don't understand the whole narrative of having somebody else speak for you and your child, but I say go off if that's what makes you feel good. I'm going to get back to the comments, okay? So I don't understand all of that, but she's a very fair woman. She was able to calm it down, and Rock even got to the point, like, I don't care what they say. I'm going to give my baby a bottle. Girl, do you understand if you feed that baby a bottle, he cannot have the surgery? Why does young lady got to tell you basic common sense? But in fair grace, because God granted all to us, I just don't believe that she knows a lot of this stuff. She's kind of like duh in the head. You know what I mean? So with that being said, she's going back and forth with Blue throwing shots. He's talking about her sister is a real one because she told the baddies that Rock is the problem and not Blue. And then she threw a shot and was like, well, little baby is a real one. And they were going back and forth on Twitter for a minute or so until little baby said, time out, flag on the play. Nah, I've been watching y'all, in real life, and this crap has been funny for a minute, but it ain't funny no more when you telling folks I'm your baby daddy, okay? And when she started telling people you was baby daddy, he stepped in the room, was like, now, Rock, you doing too much now, sis. Now, I ain't never mess around with you. And to be honest, to her fair, credit, she never said that the boy was her baby daddy. She never ever said that. She never even said they had anything going on. But what I will say is he jumped in and he said, I ain't with the trolling SHIT. I be laughing at certain SHIT, but at Now stop playing. I ain't never tried to talk to no mother effing rock, okay? Please stop attaching my name to that. So why do a grown man has to tell you to stop? Now this all comes back and forth after she keeps saying little baby, because she knows his mess and Blue up, and Blue is upset by that, and he's getting all upset, and he think they have something going on, when in reality he just said the same thing she do. He was just spitting some real stuff in her ear, and they really didn't have anything real going on at the moment. Okay, so he just wanted his name out of it. With that being said, Chrisean came back and was like, well, I never said that he was the baby daddy. I was all along, he just saying what I said. He confirmed what I said. But the problem is you let it get too far. Okay? You let it get too far, and now it's a hot mess on a cold day. And now this grown behind man got to come out of his own situation and come clear up you and your Blue situation. A hot mess on a cold day. And stop going live talking about the personal stuff of your baby, because people are going to drag you for filth. That's what we do. We're content creators. Now, when you do something good, we'll give you a cookie and a treat for your hard work. But when you do something bad, we'll definitely dog walk you to the mud. That's just what we do. Okay? So with that being said, if you don't want nobody talking about you, do better, sis. Okay? Let me see what y'all saying. You guys are all speaking. Linda says hit that like button. Jazzy says thank you, Jesus. You guys are all speaking. Charles in the building. What's up, baby? Make it do what it do. I'm in the hospital with her now, but she out of ICU. Thanks for asking. Okay, I missed something, but I'll get the gist of it later. 18 likes and 33 in the chat. Y'all almost there. Hi, Sandra. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. You guys are still speaking of Black Titanic. I love it. Jada is pregnant with baby number 3 for Blue. Such a shame. Are you seriously? Now, how the hell I missed that notification? And then she had a nerve to get herself on that dang on Twitter. Y'all got to make sure y'all ain't got a Twitter account. Follow me over there at Shar's Reality number 6. Okay. But with that being said, on Twitter, she had a nerve to say, I could have told you a baby wasn't going to change him. Girl, yeah, because you over there sharing him with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, in my opinion. Okay, and even though he appears that he's with you, we all know that he with you and everybody else. And you with you with him, you and everybody else also. He's not a one-man wonder, right? Now, he just got hit with this charge. He in 2 different states on probation. He's going to need you right now, okay? But this is your advantage. This is your time to get your one up, okay? If you got your check in your name, go get it back in your, in his name, go get it back in your name. But y'all sign your life over to this dude way too quickly, okay? I'm doing the work. You don't get my paycheck, okay? I understand, as Shara, some people are lazy and use your videos and subscribers, and I'm not talking about y'all. Yeah, I got you, and it's okay. Black Titanic. One of the things I tell my girls always do when girls are guys, because I get information from people all the time. I even get your lives all the time. I go listen. It's nothing wrong with, I take what I can, what I did not know. I come over here and I talk about it. Here's the thing. When I talk about it, I say this. Shout out to Black Titanic. You know why? Because it cost me nothing to give credit to who done the work, right? I wouldn't have known that because you was out there in Huntsville. I ain't going to look by Huntsville. You know what I mean? So I think the fair part will be give people credit where it's due, right? Don't just take their stuff and just put your name over top of it. I just don't think that's cool. You know what I mean? Just give credit. I got it from Shar's Reality. I got it from Black Titanic. I got it from Trending at some point. Whoever. Just give credit where it's due. It costs you nothing, and God is more pleased with that, right? I'm sick of Blue and Rock. Absolutely. Me too, Lee. I'm tired of that behind. Sending you much love to you and your family. God got you in his arms. Thank you so much, Coco Eyes. I appreciate that. Yes, you are very interesting, Shar. I appreciate you trending at some point. Hello, you guys are all speaking Black Titanic. Praying for you, Shar. I can appreciate it. Good evening, Shar. Hi, Shar. I think I got you, but if I didn't, hello to you again. Nothing but love. Yeah, absolutely. Hard work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen. All right. So let's go on. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Shekinah. If you guys are not subscribed to Shekinah, her brand is really named after her, right? I think it's like That's So Shekinah or something like that. I don't know the real name, but so you got to be careful with putting her name in certain type of content, and because it will come after you, okay? I've heard other content creators talk about, so this is for my other content creators that might get one of the information about to share. But So you got to be careful because her lawyer will come through your email and say, hey, take it down because X, Y, and Z is attached to her business name. And we don't want to be a Tasha K and be hard-headed. So the most common thing to do is just delete it, remove it, reword it, block her face, whatever you got to do to protect her brand. That's important that you do, right? Because we're not in the business of dog walking anybody that, I just don't like to dog walk people and bring their business down to the floor. But those of you who don't know, Miss Shekinah just closed on her funeral home. And it is beautiful. I'll upload video on Instagram at Shar's Reality #6 also, so you guys can check it out over there. It's beautiful, and I love to see her win. Remember, Shekinah started out playing the hairdresser over there for T.I. and for Tiny on the Family Hustle, right? So we saw her grow to great measures. Now, I do believe Shekinah got a little cuckoo nest going on over there, but I also find her and deem her to be very interesting and funny also. She has some type of sense because she's able to keep winning without the help of others, right? While other people thought they had her by her collar and was trying to hold her hostage to what they might have brought her to social media or to the platform, she's like, no, I did this, right? And even when I needed the break, I was the one that reached out to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and they are the ones that brought me back. You don't get to take the credit for that. So apparently what's happening right now with them is Tiny is allegedly sending her minions over there to attack Shekinah. Shekinah is pulling up messages. Y'all know sometimes I can't sleep, so I'll be up late and my work hours are really quite crazy. So it doesn't always work out for me to come on live. However, so I catch some of these late night lives and she kind of be on live all day long. Okay. So anyway, she was on live and I thought I was screen recording from the beginning, but I wasn't, of course. So I got what I got, but I'll tell y'all the gist of it. So she pulled up the text messages and basically she's telling how she dismissed Tiny. Now you had to stay with it to understand that she was talking about Tiny. And she basically warns Tiny, look, if you keep sending your minions for me, I'm telling you, this going to go left and I'll dig up your whole 10 years worth of problems that you got. And this is not a bed that you want to wait, right? She's like, keep it me. Let's not mess this up. We need to just call it quits, right? And she got the messages and they're like, oh, it's from a fake page. She's like, of course it's from a fake page. She's sending these people from me. So they're all like, you crazy, Tiny, been done with you. This is what the comment section is saying. They like, Tiny's been done with you, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yes, say what you want to say. But you or your husband ain't never do nothing with me. She was like, if you tried it the first time and it didn't work, she was like, it's not going to work now. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to do what I need to do. Leave me the hell alone. I ain't been messing with y'all folks. I've been throbbing. Y'all ain't got to do nothing with my success. But basically, they come up for her now because of some jealousy in the air. You got this young Black woman who just opened this beautiful funeral home. She's doing an amazing job, and they want credit for that. But she's like, we don't even talk no more. So they like, so why would I give y'all credit? They like, oh, do you talk to your godson? She basically skipped over that. Why the hell? Listen, and this is for anybody. If the situation brings you drama, hell with the godchildren, hell with the children, hell with the grandparents, hell with whoever, because you have to pick peace at the end of the day. You might miss those kids, miss those grandkids, miss the godchildren, but you have to bring peace. And if the situation cannot bring you peace, you have to say, I'm out respectfully. You know what I mean? Hi, Miss Cutie Pie. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. To inform you, Ashara, that my daughter's heart rate or blood pressure dropped too low and they coded her. My God. On the delivery table, she almost, but it's in ICU and will be transferred. Praise God. That's an amazing report. That's how I know that God is still the same God he was yesterday as he is today. And I stand on that. That's why I don't get bent out of shape. But praise God for her transfer. Praise God. And we praying for a quick recovery. We praying that he revived her. That means that she still got work here to do. And God did not count her out yet. So we are definitely lifting her up. And prayers for you, and you and your strength. I know it's hard to watch your child go through something, but you're there for a reason. And in that reason, we pray for peace, right? For guidance, for grace, for mercy. We pray for compassion amongst those doctors. We pray for all those things while you're in your situation. All right. But definitely, we lifting you up, Black Titanic. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's keep Black Titanic and daughter and your granddaughters in prayers. Absolutely, as we should. I seen some of my images floating around without credit. Yeah, you gotta listen, Trending. I mean, I don't do it honestly, but here it is. Put your logo on it, right? Where they if they're not gonna say your name out, okay, you don't got no choice because ain't no cropping my logo out, right? I don't care if I gotta stamp it all over my picture. You don't get to use my stuff without giving me credit. It's petty, some people say, but it's not petty when you do the hard work for yourself. Just like the Shekinah situation. I'm up on this late night live. I'm listening to all this stuff. Yeah, I'm bringing it to YouTube, but at least say shout out to Shar's World. Okay, I mean Shar's reality, right? And that's all we ask for. It costs you nothing to say shout out to my sis over there, even if you don't bang with me. It's a lot of people I done rolled off on this social media thing. I was like, nope, you too dark for me. I'm done following you. I tried you and it didn't work. Right? With that being said, now that I don't follow you anymore, it's no, if I come over there and I'm in the bushes, that don't mean there's love lost because I've still got the information from you. And I'm that much of a woman to say, hey, I got this from Trending at some point. If this was our situation, even though it's not. You know, people be taking stuff running with it, child. We ain't saying we got an issue. We just trying to clear the air for some folks. It's okay to say I got this from Trending with some at some point, right? So that's that. So definitely giving credit is not a lot to ask. It's not. I was just telling them a story where the girl took my whole entire video, the voice and everything. She didn't even think to talk behind the video. And somebody sent it to me. It happened to me twice on this. Somebody sent it to me the first time I didn't get it. The second time I tagged that behind because you're going to stop playing with me. That's not what we're going to do. Okay, now I done taught you a short lesson. Now I got to teach you a long lesson. Don't play with me. And if you like your money and your YouTube channel, don't do that. That's the same thing I see original straight no chaser. She's telling people, listen, she gave you warning. I will copyright your behind. Listen, I saw her thing on Instagram. She was like, video removed because I done told y'all don't take my stuff. And you have to be okay and well enough to have a conversation without just taking somebody's stuff without their permission. It's okay. All right. So let's go back to Shekinah. So Shekinah, y'all, when y'all let me see if I can get my mic hooked up here so y'all can hear this. So Shekinah is talking to Tiny at this point, and I caught a little bit of it, even though I was on the whole entire live. That's the crazy part. And I only caught a little bit of it. But for right now, we just gonna play it a little bit so y'all can get the gif that Shekinah was mad as hell. And she told Tiny, girl, if you keep playing with me, I'm going to wear you out like with the leather belt. Okay. So, honey, it's Tiny. I don't think you want that. Now, before I play this, this is all allegedly in my opinion because you did have to read behind between the lines, and you had to be on the live to see the comments to know who she was speaking of. Okay, so stay with me and let's go together. Okay. For real, leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's all. Leave me alone. You got one more motherfucking time to fuck with me, you and your millions. You better tell them all to leave me alone, because if you don't, I'm letting you know now it's gonna be a bad motherfucking day for you. And bitch, I don't tell lies. I get on a lot of motherfucking right now. I don't tell motherfucking lies. You and your millions better leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna wake some shit up, bitch. I'm gonna wake you up. 10 years of bullshit, I'm gonna wake you up. You better leave me alone. You better leave me alone. These hoes don't know you, I do. You better leave me alone. The world don't know you, I do. You better leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I wish you the best. Let's just leave me alone. Let me be. That's it. Stop sending your thoughts up on this for me. I'm not even nobody give a fuck about you. In real life, ain't nobody talking about you. They drag you. What are you talking about? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No, I do not. I don't have any type of nothing. No deal. No, never. Leave me alone. And I ain't mad about it. Just leave me alone. None of that shit worked out great. Life go on. Because I'm damn sure gonna keep my life going. It's going and going and going and going. Hey, y'all, Chrisean just went live. Go look at her live. And there you have it. Hey, Cricket 22. I see you just coming in. Shar, do what you do what it do. Absolutely. I would listen. I hate to make this hostile, but I definitely got to teach you a lesson. Don't do that to me, okay? My life is busy, busy, and I take time to do what I do and search these internet streets. So just say shout out to Shar's World. I keep saying Shar's World. I better get over there and upload some content. But Shar's reality, okay? But definitely. So that was Shekinah. For you guys that don't know, that's just coming in. Shekinah is beefing or telling Tiny, um, and her husband, because even in the earlier part of their life, she says, your husband ain't never do nothing for me either, right? Y'all tried it, it did not work. So she shot out. She basically tell Tiny, this is not what you want, sis. Now tread lightly. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. However you want to do this, we can do this. Okay. So that's what we doing. Okay. Um, Yes, definitely prayers up for Black Titanic, Black Titanic. So that's that with Shekinah. Let's go on to Tamar and Mr. Jeremy Robinson. Now, Mr. Jeremy, I'm gonna have to get you for a little bit. I got my skates on for you, Mr. Jeremy, because see, the problem that I got with you is you should have got it from the mud like Tamar did. Okay. Now, Tamar ain't big enough to have no, in my opinion, okay? She big, but she ain't big enough where you can really ride that coattail. But enough where you got what you needed. You got a little bit of publicity, and you floating around here, Mr. Jeremy, okay? Now, you guys know that Jeremy wrote a whole statement, okay? He wrote a confessional letter, all right? And in this confessional letter, he says, listen, I know folks been wondering. We're going to read the letter right here. He said, I know folks was wondering about me and Tamar, but we just ain't it anymore. I chose positivity in my life. I said, your wife and marriage ain't positivity, but go off, bro, go off, okay? So he talks about how he's no longer interested, and they're not floating like that in that same river anymore. Okay, with that being said, Tamar goes back and talks about it. And she seems very hurt. You could tell that she was surprised by him, putting this public statement out that they're not together. Because if you guys know women, we always trying to save face, like, all right, baby, we'll do it together. We ain't going to, let people know right now. When the time is right, we'll sit down together and we'll do it. Well, he was feeling a little toasty, and maybe somebody was in his ear, like, you better tell him y'all ain't together no more, or we and you ain't gonna kick it. Maybe, maybe not. So he made a whole confessional letter. Now, the problem that I got with Tamar is she's so desperate, in my opinion, right? And she's so needy, in my opinion, that she didn't mind backdooring herself to put him at the front door, right? She didn't mind putting her own needs, her own desires at the front hand, at the foremost, right? Uh, at the Look at me, I'm getting my words all mixed up. She didn't mind putting him first versus herself. So because of that, that is how she got hurt. Okay. She got hurt because she thought they was going to do it together, but she thought more of him than herself. So he got to air her dirty laundry out before she aired her own laundry out. That's why you don't do that. You have to heal individually. You have to say, you do what's best for you, and I do what's best for me. Okay, now that's why she's hurt by this. That's why she say very surprising. We'll listen to her response as well into Jeremy's letter, right? But I feel like he could have did it a better way. He could have even called her and say, "Look, now is the time that I'm going to tell the world that we ain't floating in the same river no more, right?" But he didn't. You know why? Because he don't value you that much to give you that type of credit, or give you that type of what you call that. He don't value that much to give you that type of credit, basically. So he says so many questions, so many assumptions. I want to answer all that I can with the respect. Yes, Tamara and I are no longer together. I ended the relationship. And he let us know, child, I ended that. It wasn't a Tamar thing. Okay. So he says, Tamar and I are no longer together. I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and being the better person. You didn't know you was a bad person before you tried to kick up on this girl and ask her to marry you. You was the same jerk you was when you sat on that couch and said, Tamar, would you marry me? Okay. So listen, you didn't know you wasn't in a great space when she was on there arguing with your baby mamas, but let's continue. Let's continue, okay? So, and being a better person. And let me tell you something, being engaged is an amazing thing. Why isn't that a positive, a positive energy? I don't understand what will be so negative about that. Are you saying Tamar is dragging the hell out of you or draining the hell out of you? Because if that's what you're saying, then own your okay? What happened and why? Wait a minute, let's go back a little bit. Positive energy and being a better person. What happened and why? That's our private place. No, I never cheated. No, I wasn't there when she was at her mother's place. And he letting us know she was at her mother's place. I did not know that. When she was at her mother's place where her car was burglarized. He says, no, I never cared about fame. Who reveals their most embarrassing moments in their life to find fame? I have always represented famous people, and the truth is, I was in an amazing place financially, and several times before I gave in. Um, Ultimately, I fell in love, and it did not. I guess it did not. Oh, okay, I blocked it out a little bit, but it said it did not plan how I wanted it. So I wanted to heal. Tamar and I will always be friends. And finally, I don't even know because I blocked out a certain portion from this picture I got here. But whatever. He says that we'll always be friends. He says thank you for respecting our privacy. What privacy? You just aired it all the hell out. There is no privacy. What are we talking about exactly? You aired it out. Now you want privacy after you said that you and this girl ain't together. She was at a mama's house. You know you wasn't there. Did you send them people to rob her? In my opinion, what happened for real? For real? Because now I got questions. You know, why was she at her mother's house? That would explain why she was saying I feel so unsafe when she got, her car got burglarized. She was saying I feel so unsafe because I ain't got my dude here to protect me, right? And we all like, well, where the hell is the fiance at? Why you feel unsafe like that? She was like, well, he's definitely not. He definitely wasn't there, but you never told us why he wasn't there. You made us think it just wasn't a night where homie was home. But lo and behold, you guys ain't together. Child, I would have aired him out. Listen, I'm a firm believer where you think you getting me at, I'm going to get you. Because ain't nobody going to embarrass me like this. And that's what he did. He seeked out to embarrass you. But we do wish you well, Tamar. We do. Hey, Joyce, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, Love you so much, sis. Okay, you guys are all speaking. Yeah, so that's what he had to say. Tamar do step in the room, honey, and have a clap back for him and says, I'm very surprised by your actions. I don't know why you're not. This is the guy, that's why y'all not together, in my opinion, right? Because he's been pretty selfish, huh, Tamar? He's been pretty selfish. He's been doing his own thing, and he want to teach you a lesson, okay? But listen, if it's good for you, it's good for you. I wish you the best because I think you could win. But I do think you need to stop being so desperate. And I do think at some point you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna have to just choose a better way to go about this stuff, right? So we're gonna listen to Tamar's response, but listen to it closely, guys, because Tamar is really, really shocked that he aired it out like this. Okay.
Work on my mental health and change who I used to be into who I am now. And I can't help if people fall into that perception because it's easy. And I get it, But I won't let anybody hold me captive to my past and things that I have overcome. I today am mentally healthy and I'm happy. I'm hurt, but such is life. I'm surprised, but okay. But I just want everybody to know that the devil is a dirty liar, and I've worked my entire behind off. I funded this entire tour. Live Nation gave me the opportunity. I've done a lot to work on my mental health and change who I used to be into who I am now. And I can't help if people fall into that perception because it's easy. And I get it, But I won't let anybody hold. I am not going to let the devil or anyone, I don't care what they say, what they put out, the battle is not mine. And I'm not even going to address or talk about or fall into the traps of the devil because I live by the word. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm being obedient and I'm going on tour and I'm going to have a blast. And we are going to sell out all of these dates for all of these amazing, beautiful. I am not going to let the devil or anyone, I don't care what they say, what they put out, the battle is not mine. going to address or talk about or fall into the traps of the devil because I live by the word. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm being.
All right, she's being obedient to God, and she's not going to jump into what the narrative that social media is going to create. And say, but we got common sense over here, so we don't have to create a narrative. The truth is right in front of us. She would be the only one making up her own truth, and it's not realistic. That's why she keep falling so hard. Not that I want that for her, but definitely that's why she keep falling so hard, because she just keep making excuses for the sour crap that she keep ending up in. So whatever, sis, go off. If you like it, we love it. We wish that you do find love. We hope that you do find love, but there's some things you're going to have to do differently on your own time, and we hope that you are working on that. Let's talk a little bit about Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels. You guys know that their divorce is finalized, okay? And shout out to them because they did a good job in keeping people out of their circle, keeping the dynamics of what went on behind the scenes, um quiet, and they didn't dog each other out. They did it peacefully. So shout out to them, right? Because we should see more splits like that, more separations like that. So they did finalize it, and now Monique and her best friend is over there on vacation with the children, which I think after a divorce, that's the best thing you could do for the children, is let those children just let a load off, right? Because a lot of times people be like, well, the children didn't feel it. Hell, if they don't, those kids know when something is wrong. And I'm definitely know that they feel that their dad is no longer together with their mama. So I just give the children a moment to just get the woosah, right? Let their hair down a little bit. So shout out to her for putting those babies first and letting those children, just take a load off. Okay. Tamar is flippy at the mouth. Let me see. And she's spoiled and entitled. She get on my nerves. Cheryl says she get on my nerves. I could dig it. She do got a big mouth. Um, so shout out to them. You guys know that Mia and Mr. Gordon is legally, or somewhat separated. A lot of people are saying that it is a scam. But Mia took to Twitter and said that privacy is something that she's asking for, that her and Gordon will always be family. And they're going to do it by any means necessary to remain family. But then we learned that we just found out it via Twitter, but we learned that the cast of Potomac been new. It's been alleged that Mr. Gordon wanted to even give information to what's her name? Lord have mercy, is going to escape me, but it'll come back. Oh, Candace. Wanted to give information to Candace to air out about Mia. Candace like, no, if it was me, I wouldn't like that done to me, and I really don't want no parts of this, right? So hi Shirley, how are you? And welcome to the chat. Does have an entitlement mentality and do. I just have to wait Mia and Gordon out. They lie so much, in my opinion. I agree, trending at some point. And then them by saying that it's all a scam just to have a storyline. Like, how far would you go, right? But Candace is saying that Gordon did hit the fellas up, and he wanted them to give the information to our what you call it. He wanted them to give the information to Candace to air out about Mia, which is pretty grimy, right? You're a grown behind man. You married to this young lady. You got children with her. Why would you want to dog walk her like that? Why would you want her to feel the wrath of anything that she's done to you? People have to learn, men and women, to walk away from situations without airing each other out. Look at Croy and Kim. They dirty with it, right? They going back and forth. He did this, she did this, she's late on this, she's late on that, she's canceling the money. He's this, he's that. It's getting dirty. And if I loved you at some point, my last desire is to air you out. I don't want you to hurt, even though we couldn't be together. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those situations. But I also believe that you have to mature to a place like that to get to a place where you understand you're supposed to grace each other, not because of the relationship, but because of the love you once had for one another. That outweighs it all, in my opinion, right? And that just goes to show how dirty some of these people are. Um, so that's that. While we were talking about the leaking information, so we're gonna find out if it's a scam or not. We on it, right? We want to know if it's a scam or not. Y'all know the season is about to be, back on, so they gotta come up with these storylines, okay? But for real, don't laugh, y'all. But I don't think that Mia should have been with Gordon anyway. That man is too old for her, girl. Go get you something you can sit on and ride it right, okay? And that's just a word to the wise. That's just my opinion, okay? You need something that is going to keep up with you, okay? Mia, you probably got a little bored. I don't know. That's just my prerogative. I don't do old men, and that's my preference. No shade to whoever dating one, but it's just not something I want for me. I don't want to feel no fat on me. I don't want to feel nobody wrinkles on me. I don't want to buy slobbering or falling asleep while I'm trying to get mine, okay? With that being said, I ain't hoping for divorce, but I dang sure say go off, Mia, okay? Go get you something a little bit more younger, okay? That's just my opinion. Trender said, I agree. Talk with me, sis. We can have a conversation, okay? I need somebody that's going to keep up with me. Ain't nobody sleeping on me, boy. When I get done from laying you low for going to sleep on me, child, listen. Listen, we ain't about to have none of that happen on Shar's time, okay? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We about to get it all done. But he needs him a little bit, he needs him somebody that's a little bit younger for him, right? A little bit older. He needs somebody that's gonna go to church meetings with him, and go walk at the beach. Mia's on Mia type time. Mia don't have time for a Gordon, okay? Child, listen. Last but not least, let's talk about Melody and Marsau. I did not watch episode 2, guys, so I'm not going to try to catch up with it. I'll catch y'all on episode 3 review. This Saturday, we'll review it on Monday. But let's talk about the little clip that I saw. And Melody's telling Marsau, hey, bro, listen. You afraid with your sucker behind, right? That if Tisha get a little bit more wisdom, a little bit knowledge, and she sit around me long enough, she'll start to want to be like me. Now, not be like me, like clout chasing, but she'll be wanting to get on my level because it's a new level, right? And she'll want to be on my level. So that's what, you're afraid of. And he's laughing, as you can see, because he can't believe that Melody pulled his card like she did. But she did, and she'll do it again. Okay, but she's letting you know a true point. That's why you really don't want her around me. And they played the clippings back of many times where he didn't want her to be around Mel. He wanted her to be his housewife. And yeah, home is first. But she could be a housewife and be a boss mom too, right? And at some point she was working on that, but I guess you created so much hell for her in this whole, so much hell for her inside of that. She was like, hell with the career. I'm just going to do what my husband asked me to do. But you couldn't be me, sis, because he'd be the only one crying. Now, listen, it is what it is. Melody had a good point. Tisha, if I was you, this is just my opinion. If I was you, what I would do is take Melody advice. Melody winning right now. And part of that comes from letting people go that was not meant for the journey, okay? And sometimes you gotta let people go, even if it's your husband. I heard Marsau say, why would you want her to get divorced? She's like, I'm not hoping for divorce or y'all to fail, but I'm just saying, this is what she need, and you're afraid for her getting it because if she do, she gonna leave your sorry behind. I said, get him, Mel. Get them right now because that's exactly what it is. They're afraid that if you get with somebody a little bit more wiser than you, that you won't look at them no more as you did, like the stunt dummy. Okay, so but listen, I'm hoping, I really am. I'm hoping that this mommy makeover that Tisha got, she started to feel herself. I am. It's a wishful thinking. She started to feel herself that she would. I'm not hoping for divorce. I'm hoping that she will walk into who she is as a woman, right? And sometimes when you do that, hear me out, guys. When you walk into who you are as a woman, you realize the person that you've been crushing on all this time will no longer be on your radar. So that's what I'm hoping for, a revelation for her. I'm not hoping for divorce. That's between her and God. But I know that if she wake up and smell the coffee, he will no longer be on her radar. That's just my opinion and what I'm thinking, right? So, like I said, I'm hoping and praying that she would get it together. It's unfortunate that Mel can see it and she can't. And she's still taking up for her man that's in the skirt. But maybe she's tired of her dress pants and she's ready to retire her dress pants and put on her skirt. So take your skirt from back from Marsau, Tisha. Put it on, wear your skirt, and let him wear the pants, right? Because the roles have switched, in my opinion. And you guys forgot who belong where and what and who's supposed to be doing what, in my opinion. Okay. We know that Tisha is over here with all the businesses in her name. Marsau is running the shop, but the business is not even in his name. So some roles have switched. Some stuff has to get in order. Y'all got to get it together, okay? But listen, checkmates, that's my time. I'm a little bit under an hour, and we've been here. We've been rocking and rolling. It's 27 people left in the chat. If you are here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit the like button. All right. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I promise you won't be disappointed. And also, if you're feeling like you want to rock out with Shar, go ahead and hit that share button. Share, 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 because people can know I'm over here doing some amazing things. Thank you for those loving hearts. I love yellow. Yellow is so bright. I listen. I live for brightness. I don't like dark places. I don't like dark people. I love brightness. Anything that's bright, I love. But definitely, you guys are amazing. Thank you for rocking out with me. Thank you to all the content creators that's in the building. Listen, until next time, you guys take care. Bye.